Okay, is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I think I will not continue. Just if you still remember, we have discussed about recording. Okay, so what is recording? Reporting, like a recording is something which we write permanently. Okay, so it's whatever we record means something which we document, and if you say reporting, it means something which can be done either orally through orally to telephone, or it can be through face-to-face interaction, or it can also be in the written form. Okay, so we have also seen about the different, what do you mean by record? Okay, so what are the different various types of records which we maintain, like what are the types of record? Mostly we have the medical record, hospital record, and the nursing record. Okay, so the main purposes of recording, why we record. Okay, so these are some of the main purpose why we need to record. First of all, for the communication, it acts as a legal document. Okay, then for research purpose also, this also I think you must have known. Okay, so it also helps in knowing about the statistics of the various hospital, how many patients are being admitted, what were the major diagnosis, okay, seen in that particular hospitals, what were the prognosis, how much is the admission rate, okay, what is the discharge rate. So all this we can get through the recording. And also it acts in a form of as a tool in form of, okay, in the education system, because through the patient's file also we can get so many information. Okay, so as you all are also aware, you all need to conduct some case studies, case presentations, all those also we get the information from the client's record. Okay, by comparing the book picture and the this patient's picture, so we learn. And it also act as a form of auditing also. Okay, as you all know, audit is a form of methods which really help in evaluating the particular care or particular whatever activity it is being provided in the hospital, whether they are following any form of standards. Okay, so if we have found that there is any problem seen in that particular, suppose particular ward, if then what happens, so based on the problems you'll be developing some protocols. Okay, and you'll distribute the protocols, then after that you will evaluate. So this is like how we can know this is all from the recording, because suppose if any incidents happen in that particular ward, we always maintain a record or a report. Okay, so by looking at the documentation you'll be able to see what is the quality of care in that particular area or in that particular hospital. Okay, so it also helps in planning client care, because obviously so many disciplines. Okay, in one file we have so many disciplines, uh, people. Okay, like for starting from the doctors, from the nurses, they all maintain their record in the patient's file. So by seeing that, okay, by going to the recording, you'll be able to know, okay, what was the baseline data of the patient, what are the future plan for his improvement. Okay, when he can be discharged, what is the diagnosis, okay, what are, whether the treatments are being effective or not. So all this we can know it from the recording. Okay, so I think I have said, okay, we have the medical records. Okay, so it includes all this starting from the family history, physical examination, okay, medical history, medical diagnosis. When we say medical record, it is mostly related to the patient's or physician's record. Okay, then we have the nursing record. The nursing record also, I think you're all aware, we are always maintaining initial assessment in a hospital, and even the nursing care plan. Then be it the fluid, okay, this one, fluid balance record, TPR chart, flow chart, okay, medication chart, okay, then even infection control chart, so progress notes. So all these includes comes under nursing record. That means all those records which are being maintained by the nurses. And this recording system also, it actually differs from hospital to hospital. Okay, so these are the ward record. When we say ward record, I mean these are those records which are being maintained in a particular ward. Okay, so likewise here also we have different forms of record that we maintain in a particular ward, like clinical records of the client, okay, various client attendance record, leave record, then patient assignment record, okay, students attendance, because obviously in each and every hospital, some students also they go for the clinical experience. So during those time also, the students records attendance record need to be maintained. then indent record, okay, medication indent or any equipment or machines, okay, then inventory record, then equipment's maintenance record, which is also very important, okay. So every day we have to check that, make sure that all the equipment in a particular ward, it is being it is in a good or in a well functioning condition, okay. Then incidents record, if any incidents happen in the particular ward, we always used to maintain a record or a report of that incidents. Then infection surveillance record, okay, then quality indicators, diet supply, then emergency drugs. So other than these, also so many records comes when we say in ward record, okay. So these are some few of the examples. Then also we have, I think if you remember, we have also seen about the guidelines, okay, which we need to follow for effective recording. So in today's class, directly I will start with the different methods of recording, okay. So these actually we have four main methods how we can record, okay. So we have, the first one is called as the source oriented record. Actually this is a very traditional method which is being followed, okay, till now, in which if you see even now at presently, even in the patient's file, we have so many area in the file where, like, suppose the doctors, they are maintaining in that recording, then some part the nurses are being, they are maintaining their recording. So in this source oriented record, it means in a one file we have different disciplines, they are maintaining their own record but in one file, okay. This is actually still practiced till date. Then problem oriented medical record, so the main objective of this problem oriented medical record is to record it, to keep the recording based on the problem, okay. Not only the problem, even what are the intervention done, okay, what is the uh, implementation, and even the evaluation. So all this comes under the problem oriented, okay. When we say problem oriented, means they are focusing the recording based on the problems identified, okay. Computerized documentation, these I think you all are aware, everywhere nowadays everyone, they are following the computerized documentation, okay. So because when you keep it in the, when you do it in the computerized system, it becomes very easy and very easily accessible to anyone. Suppose when you need to transfer any information about any client, immediately you can send it in seconds, okay. You'll be able to transfer the information very easily. And it is also very commonly, every hospitals now, they are trying to keep all the documentation computerized, because it also helps in making sure that the documentations are not lost, okay. So because once it is computerized, means it is also easily accessible to everyone, okay. Then case management, these also a little bit similar to the source oriented record, okay, where the recording are being this is like a recording of a particular case or a particular management case, okay. So we will discuss with this one by one, okay. So source oriented record, actually this, like I've said, it is a very traditional and a very old method of recording, which is still followed till now, okay. In which each department, they makes notations in a separate section of a client's chart, okay. Like we have seen now also, we have different department, different in the file, we have different sections where the doctors are recording, the nurses are recording, okay. It consists of a written notes that includes routine care, normal findings, as well as the client problems, okay. So the main components, if you say the source-oriented record, it comes in many form. Okay, starting from the patient being whenever he is admitted. So we have the admission sheet, then initial assessment. This is also followed even in a hospital. Okay, immediately when any patient comes for admission, we always do the initial nursing assessment. Okay, graphic records means come all your TPR chart. Okay, all those. Then daily care record. We also have this special flow charts, if any. Then medication records, then your nurses narrative nurses record, if anything which needs to be explained in detail, then you can give it in this narrative nurses record. Medical history and physical examinations, then physician's order sheet, okay. Then also the physician progress notes, then consultation records, okay, which is if because sometimes one patient might be seen by so many consultants from various specialities, okay. Then diagnostic reports, okay, referral summary, if in case. So if you see what are the advantages of this type of recording, is that we can easily, okay, separately recording of data can be seen because each disciplines, okay, they are maintaining to record in their each section, okay, and easy to trace information specific to one discipline, okay, since it is being maintained separately. And the disadvantages is that it is all the information are very scattered. Sometimes it becomes very difficult to get through the information, because one information will be written in some pages, another in another section, so it sometimes it becomes very scattered and quite time consuming, okay, and difficult to track the problems in a very chronological manners, because the way the doctors will write, it will be different when the way the nurses, okay, the way they are maintaining, so it becomes a bit difficult, okay. So this is about the source oriented record, okay. So if you see the problem oriented medical record, like I have said, here the recording is based on the problems, okay. So their main focus is on the problem. So in this method, the data are arranged according to the client's problem, okay. I will show you with the examples later. The members of the healthcare team contribute to the problem lists, okay. First of all, they will make a data, they will collect a data. Data means it will be both your subjective and your objective data. After that, what happened, they will prepare a list. So how they prepare the list? Based on the prioritized problem. So the problem which is most prioritized, they will keep that as number one, okay. Then after that, they will plan what are the interventions or the actions to be done, and next comes the evaluation, okay. So the members of the healthcare team contributes to the problem list, plan of care, and the progress notes, okay. So what are the advantages of this problem oriented medical record is that it alerts the caregiver to the client's needs, okay. It also helps in encouraging, because when you put it in that way, it also helps in collaborative care among the different health disciplines. It also provide greater continuity of care. Okay, something is wrong with the slides. Okay, we just wait once. Okay, so the advantages is that it also alerts the caregiver to the client needs. Okay, it also help in encourages the collaborative and care, because the main focus is on the problem. Okay, so and it also provide greater continuity of care, continuous evaluation and revision of the care plan. And it is also very easy to read information in a chronological order, because uh, all all the different disciplines, they are, with the help of all the discipline combining, they are making the problem lists, and they are trying to solve each and every particular problem that the patient is having, okay. So the main disadvantages is that the caregiver differs in the ability to use the required charting format, okay. And it takes constant vigilance to maintain an up-to-date problem list, because time to time you have to update the list. That also, not only that, you have to also prioritize the problem list, okay. So what are the main components, if you say, in the POMR, or the problem oriented medical record? So first of all, we have first one is called as a database. So like I've said, database is nothing but the information that you collect. It can be either in the form of subjective data or the objective data. That means all the history collection, okay, present history, medical history, family history, personal history, all this comes under the database, okay. Then the problem list. Then after that, what happened? So based on the client's information that you got, you'll be listing out the problems. Then after you list out the problems, you have to first find out which one is the most prioritized problem among the listed problems. So you will, after that, you will be planning for the plan of care. This is almost similar to your nursing care plan, okay, how we follow in the nursing care plan, which we have the nursing assessment, we have the nursing diagnosis. So this is almost similar to the nursing care plan format, okay. So next we have to plan of actions. That means for each problem, the way of management will be different. So based on the problems you have listed, you will be providing the planning for the plan of action for a particular problem, okay. The next of all is you will write the note of progress, or it is nothing but it's like an evaluation, okay. So you'll be writing whether after providing the care, whether the patient's condition is improving or he is still same. Okay. So this is the components of the POMR. Okay, so like I've said, database, it includes your nursing assessment, history of the physicians, social family data, and baseline diagnostic tests. Because here in POMR, like I've said, the main focus is on the problem. Okay, so all the various different disciplines, they will give their views and they will combine it and they'll prepare a list, not separately. Okay. So the problem list, first they were identified, they were listed down, and also time to time they have to update the problem list. Okay, ask the patient, because sometimes the patient might have one problem in that particular day, but again in the next day he might have so many other problems. So you have to keep it updated. Okay, and plan of care means nothing but whatever care you are planning for your patient based on the problems. Then the progress note means it's nothing but it's like you are monitoring as well as evaluating the progress of the clients. Okay, whether it is improving or there it is still remaining same. Are you clear till now? Do you have any question? Yes.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so just remember when you say POMR, just remember this database. Okay, then list of problem, plan of care, and the progress notes. So the progress notes, if you say, we have different formats. I think this you must have already learned some. Okay, the first is called as a SOAP or IER. Have you heard of this? Yes or no? Yes or no, class?
Ma'am.
No.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so this is
No,
actually,
ma'am.
I'll show you. So when we say S means it stands for the objective data. Sorry, it's not subjective data. And O will be for your objective data. Okay. A is for your assessment. Okay. Then P, actually it is nothing but the planning. Okay. Before it was only till P, but later on they have modified it and they have also included IER. So I is nothing but the intervention, and E stands for the evaluation, and R is for revision. Revision means it's like, suppose after you have planned all the care, you have provided the treatment, like after you have listed out, after you have get the database, then after doing the initial assessments, after doing the interventions, and even after evaluating, sometime what happened, the client must be still having some problems which it's not being solved during that time. So during that time, again you need to do revision. Means when we say revision means we have to go back and start the collecting the information again, starting from the subjective data. Okay, again you have to continue the process. Okay, so this is some ways where you have to be, where you can record this progress notes. So I'll be showing you one example. So this is an example of a SOAP. Okay, that is SOAP methods of recording. So as like I've said, it includes the subjective data. So subjective data, when we say, means it includes chief complaint, history of present illness, medical history. Okay, not only that, personal history comes. Okay, family history. So all these information comes, data comes under the subjective data. Then when we say objective, I think you all are aware. Okay, whatever the we nurses or the physician we observe on a client. Okay, so the patient will complain of having, suppose, dizziness, but okay, so that will comes under subjective data. Then objective means you will be observing it by checking the vital signs. Okay, by doing the physical assessment. So during those time you will be getting all the objective data. Okay, then is means assessments. Okay, then P stands for the planning. Okay, so these are some of the example of SOAP. And when we say IER means after doing all this thing, after planning, then we will do the interventions, then we will do the evaluation and the revision. Okay. So another methods of recording. Okay, the first one we have seen is SOAP or SOAPier. Okay, and the second one it is called as PIE PI. Okay, so this is also same. Okay, so P stands for the problem, I is for the interventions, and E is for the evaluation. Okay. So what happened here, as you can see, some examples. Okay, so each client problems, it is being labeled and number for easy reference. So you will number, suppose problem, you'll write it as 5. So, and the same problems you'll be having, you'll be planning the interventions for that particular problem. So you'll give it the same number. I hashtag 5. So by giving in this, following the same number, you'll be able to know, okay, 5, that means suppose the patient is having high blood pressure, okay, or hypertension. So for that, the main problem, he might have dizziness, so that you will mark it as 5. So any interventions related to solving that particular problems, you will be marking it as all 5. Okay, so I'll show you one example. So this is one example of pi record. Okay, so here the problem is the patient is having one crackles heard on inspiration in the bases of the right and the left lung. So this is the problem. So they have numbered it as 1. Okay. Then intervention is what they have done for that particular problem. They have provided one splinted with pillow. Then they have also instructed the patient to breathe deeply. Okay. Open the mouth and cough at the end of expiration. So this is the interventions which is being done. So this is also being provided as number 1, because then after that, E is for the evaluation. So here, when on observing, so we have seen that after doing all this, the patient's lung is improving, and also the it becomes clear. So this is one example of pi. Okay, that means planning, this in this one, problem, interventions, and the evaluation. Okay, so another methods of progress note charting, it is called as a focus charting. Okay, so this also, it is same, it is DAR, we call it in short. Okay, D stands for the data, A means it will be the action, and R will be your response or the evaluation phase. Okay, so in this also it will be same. You'll be collecting the subjective and the objective data. Okay, you'll be doing the assessments. A means the actions or the interventions, and the planning also, which you are going to do based on the data or the problems, and R means the response or the evaluation phase. Okay, so this is one example of focus on chatting. Okay, so as you can see, so the main focus is the patient is having high risk for trauma. Okay, so in the care notes, how you can write, so the data is the patient is crying when I enter the room, confided that she is afraid to go home because her injuries are the result of her husband's battery, means it is form of physical assault. Okay, then the actions, what action has been done. Okay, so attending notified. Okay, and attending notified and discharge cancel. Okay, abuse network calls with patient's permission, and they are sending a counselor this afternoon to talk with her. So this is what is the actions done. Okay, and also if you can see, another focus is the patient is having pain at that particular time. Okay, so what is the data? The patient is complaining of pain. So what is the action? Means the intervention. That means since the patient is complaining pain, obviously you'll be providing her with some form of analgesics. Okay, so what is the response? The patients reported some relief from the pain. So this is actually the focus on charting system. So this is also very easy. Okay, you just have to remember that DAR. Okay, this means data, A means the actions or the interventions, and R stands for the response or the evaluation. Okay, so are you clear till now with this various forms of progress notes where you can maintain? Okay, you remember the SOPIA. Okay, then the SPY, then focus charting. Okay, so the next one type of methods of recording. Okay, it is called as charting by exception. Okay, so in this documentation type, we only document only the abnormal findings. Okay, which are very significant to the particular suppose the particular client's problem or to a particular health diagnosis. Okay, so here in charting by exception, we only document only the abnormal or significant findings. Okay, so and all those significant findings also should be very relevant to the particular patient's problem. Okay, so and the three main elements here are the flowcharts. Okay, so when we say flowchart, means it includes all your graphic records or your TPR records. Okay, fluid balance, daily care record. Okay, maintained by the nurses. Okay, the doctors. Then teaching record, discharge records. Then standards of nursing care. That means it can be including so many. When we say standards of nursing care, that means so many various protocols will be included here, because as you know, like different for different activities we have different protocols. Even for as for nurses also, we have different protocols for infection control, we have different protocols for biomedical waste management. Okay, protocol for medication. So all those also will be included here. There also some bedside access also, sometimes we have if anything, which sometimes what some hospitals they used to have some particular record also which is being maintained in the bedside. So all those also includes here. And the next type of recording is computerized documentation. That means, as you can see from the word itself, that means here everything it is being done through the computer system. Okay. So this it helps in managing a huge volume of information, because what happens, suppose if those data, if you put it in a hard copy, it becomes very congested. Sometimes you don't even have enough room to store enough information or this patient's this one record. So by keeping it in the documentation or computerized system, it helps in saving space. Okay, it also helps in collecting or storing a large number of information. Okay, so it becomes very easy. Okay, that also, and also it uses computer to store clients databases, and also if needed, easily we can transfer the record if anyone, okay, if needs. Okay, so we can easily transfer the record from one hospital to another hospital, or even within the hospital itself, we can transfer any client's record from one ward to another ward. Okay, then it also planning and documentation is becoming very easy. Okay, because everything becomes computerized. Okay, so you don't, sometimes you just need to, because once you fill up, then automatically sometimes it used to update by itself, so it becomes very easy. And also easy transmission of information. Okay, so in one go you can send the client's record to another department. So this also it helps in this one less, it becomes very less time consuming, and also it helps to manage the client's health problem on time, because there are some situation where we need to man it becomes very emergency. Okay, so you need to manage it immediately. So in those condition also computerized documentation it becomes very helpful. Okay, then when we say case management, it is a multidisciplinary approach using critical pathways. Okay, so it includes the client's problem, then key intervention means your planning and all, and expected outcomes within an established time frame in a computerized charting system. So, and the nurse and the other health members also use the same pathway to monitor the client's progress during each shift, or in the case of home care, every visit. Okay, so this case management is also, uh, it is a system where we maintain all this similar thing, only like how we are finding out the client's problem. Okay, then based on the problems we are trying to uh, develop some interventions or planning. Okay, and also the expected outcome. But the thing is that all this also we are doing it in a, suppose in the time, some time limits will be there, and we have to complete it within that time limit, and we also do it updated in a computerized systems. Okay, so these are actually some of the most common types of methods of recording. So the main important one is this source oriented record. Okay, and even your this one problem oriented medical records. So if you have seen here also, we have the main components here is your database, problem, action, and progress notes. Okay, and under the progress note also we have different methods where we can formats where we can write the progress note. Okay, it can be either SOAP, or now it is called as SOAPIA. It includes even intervention, evaluation on your revision. Then the second also you can use PI method, which is the problem, intervention, and evaluation. And the third one, it is a focus charting. That means this includes the data, action, and the response. Okay. So other than that, we have charting by exception, which is we chart only the abnormal findings and the computerized methods. Okay. And the case management means this, it includes one particular, it's like a case study type. Okay, and we'll try to find out the problem, and we'll try to plan for the intervention and also the expected outcomes. Okay, so these are the various methods of recording. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me now. Yes, no question.
No,
Yes,
ma'am.
are you clear with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so anyhow, I'll be sharing the
Yes,
slides.
sir.
still have any doubt, you can ask me in the next class. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So in the next class, we will see with all this different common record keeping forms, mean just some forms, okay, which we maintain, and we'll see with reporting. With that, we'll finish with record and report. Okay. Okay, then thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.